Today I'm going to read my analysis of Song of Myself by Walt Whitman and Ginsberg's Howl. So, in Song of Myself, Walt Whitman uses the technique of repeating the same words in the beginning of sentences to give emphasis to ideas working with anaphora. It is then recognized by readers as catalogues. This device is not just based on structure, but it is also based on meanings. For instance, when the author places himself in the center on page 35, emphasizing what surrounds his life, his desires, his days, people, everything that is around him, making repetitive use of the words I, my, myself, and me. On page 36, he makes a list of what he knows, using anaphora for the contextual comprehension and the repetition of the word and, as in, and I know that the hand of God is the elder hand of my own, and I know that the Spirit of God is the eldest brother of my own, and that all the men ever born are also my brothers, and the women my sisters and lovers, and that a kelson of the creation is love, and so on. So there is a lot of "and" to emphasize his ideas, to give the idea of the anaphora. So something happened before, and he wants to punctuate that in his text. There is then an emphasis of ideas, places, wishes, knowledges, which are evidently reinforced by the use of this technique of Whitman, which later was adopted by Ginsberg as well in his writings. Whitman was the early influence of Ginsberg's writing. As we know, the use of enumerations in Ginsberg's Howl can be noticed since the first page with the word who, when he starts depicting the life and struggles of his generation, as in, I saw the best of my generation destroyed, who poverty and tatters and hollow-eyed, who expelled from the academies for crazy. This way he continued stating and ranking their collapse as a generation, listing the violence, moments of loneliness, places they had been, vices they had, all the lack of hope, self-respect, emotions, or perspective at the time. He, as well as Whitman, gave light to a relevant fact of life that marked a generation, showing a historical perspective using the tool of the anaphora, or the catalogue enumeration technique. So you have the idea, you have something there to tell, and then you enumerate in your text or in your poem, or you give a catalogue of proof. It's like a proof, and you are always going back to the thought or to the idea, to the previous idea, or something that happened previously, or in the text, or within the context of that type of text or poem. So this is one interesting technique of Whitman, and further on Ginsberg as well. Thank you for watching.